Yo, what's up, man?
What up? What up? You doing all right?
I'm alive, man, so I can't complain.
You in Jax right now?
Yeah, I'm in Jacksonville. I'm at a kind of like a co-working space down in Nocatee, Ponte Vedra area.
Oh, okay. That where you stay, or that's where you like to just go down and work
I
out?
wish, I wish. Nah, I stay.
I'm
I'm
to
the.
say you doing good, bro.
Nah, I wish. Nah, I'm on the south side.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Me and the wife, we bought a house like last year. On the south side near the ice rink. So we
Oh,
not we pretty central to everything. So
yeah. No, that's good. Cool, cool. But no, like I explained before, normally start off with some rapid fire questions, then we'll get into like a little meat of some conversations that come up, and then we'll end with three like introspective questions that we just kind of go through. But the conversation is liable to go anywhere. A lot of times it's more so you might respond with something and we might be talking about something like, what about this?
yeah,
Before
yeah,
you lose
yeah.
the train of thought and then it just keep going from there. But sometimes we do pretty good and stay on track. But I mean that's all part of the name doing too much. Sometimes we all be doing so much, just like in the daily lives.
Man, mine's be 100 places at one time.
Man,
So
that's how it goes. So now so we'll kick it off. First question is describe your personality in one word.
my personality in one word, uh, I would say enthusiastic.
All right. Meet aliens or speak to ghosts.
Mm, what kind of ghost? Speak to aliens. Definitely speak to ghosts.
Speak to them. All right. What's your current age?
27.
And as of today, right now, what are you the top 1,000 at in the world?
Being a great father.
Pullover hoodie or zip up hoodie?
Pull over, easy.
Yeah.
Gotta have a pullover. Gotta have a pullover.
Gotta have a pullover. Somebody said a zip up hoodie is a jacket.
Yeah, gotta have a pullover. I got a quarter zip on now. Yeah, I got pull over, man.
Tequila or whiskey?
Mm, definitely tequila.
All right. And increase creativity or increase intellect?
Uh, increase creativity.
All right, cool, cool. Yeah,
Yeah, increase creativity. Man.
yeah. You mentioned top 1,000 like being a dad. Like, how old is your daughter now? Or is daughter
She'll
right?
be yeah, yeah. Nova, Nova. She'll be 2 in August.
Two in
So
August.
you right there, the home stretch.
So how is it being a girl dad, man? Is it everything you thought? Is it more? Is it a little less? What do you like?
I'm not even gonna lie. I never even thought about it because I wanted to have a boyfriend.
You, you just knew
So
you was gonna have you know you was gonna have a
I was
fourth, huh?
just,
That Robert that was
yeah,
the fourth.
yeah, man. I just like, bro, it's gonna be R4. I already got him planned out and everything. I didn't really expect for me to actually have a girl, so I really didn't have many expectations.
Yeah.
I don't think my expectations would even come close to meeting what I've experienced now. I think, man, I'm 100% girl dad. I will have another girl. Girls are definitely amazing, and I've had the privilege of since January of last year, kind of being a stay-at-home dad while
Yeah.
actually working. So I literally been present for
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
vast majority of her life. All she knows is waking up to me putting her to bed, and me working. And so it's just been an amazing journey to witness that and witness her growth. But also, she is like a baby version of me. So it's been amazing.
Yeah. Did that make your wife get mad or jealous at you sometimes?
She man, I wouldn't say she would get jealous anymore because she now her response to that is, oh boy, I can't wait to have my son. I can't wait
Yeah.
to have my son. I was like, yeah, because we definitely locked in because again she's only kind of she's been by my hip like the
Yeah.
whole time uh, while my wife is finishing nursing school. But funny enough, as she's getting closer to 2, she's kind of shifting back a little bit towards mom where she wants mom. So I don't know. Depending on what day it is, and
Yeah.
what she in the mood for.
Well, maybe mom is still like the the shiny new toy. You know, I see dad all
Yeah,
the time,
yeah,
love, you know, like that. That's my
yeah.
rock. But mom come, you know, it's
Exactly.
like she's starting to kind of develop those kind of, you know, that intuition, that thought process is like, hey, let me gravitate. What's your parenting style right now? Like, are you just kind of you melt your big teddy bear whatever she want, or you kind of try to put
Bro,
discipline
I'm
in
not
there?
gonna lie. I'm definitely more of the melter. My wife is more of the disciplinary. I think, these gentle parenting stuff
Mm.
that we've been hearing and going around. I'm like, yeah, before I have my daughter, I'm like, bro, I'm not touching her. I'm not yelling at her. I'm not popping her. I'm not doing any of those things. All of those things are definitely false. She needs some level of structure at times. So
Oh, that
like
went out the
it hurts.
window.
Yeah, bro, it hurts at times where I do have to like, we don't beat her, but like
Yeah.
pop her, like, no, say, stop doing that or saying no. Like we have to continually reinforce that because she's at the age where she's coming to, so she's becoming more of her own, able to speak certain words, do certain things, and
They
she's
don't they
very
don't call it terrible twos for
expl.
nothing.
Yeah, yeah, terrible twos. My mother-in-law calls it exploratory twos. That's just a cover up because she don't want to
Yeah.
call it terrible. But yeah, terrible twos, bro. That's what we experiencing. So I have to. I'm definitely the melter though. Like definitely let her get away with certain stuff. But I've been coming more to be more a little bit more disciplined.
No, I get it, man. I got three girls. I'm full time. I got tw- I got
Man,
I got twin
you
14
did it.
year olds that's about to be 15. I got a 9 year old about to be 10. So
Man,
all good.
what about you? How has your parenting style changed as they've gotten, especially like with the teenagers as they're transitioning to, that teen age?
I think the my parenting style hasn't necessarily changed. I've been pretty
Yeah,
consistent, and that's one thing that I was always big on is consistent. So they know what they're gonna get from me.
yeah,
They know dad is going. It's like, I mean, some people look at it as a negative. Some people don't. It's I can flip a switch. You know, like
yeah,
it's like the coach, like real strict disciplinarian, but they have fun. You know,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
mean, it's not just strict in like a helicopter, and you can't do this type. Of, it's just
yeah,
if I
yeah,
say something, that's what it is. You know,
yeah, yeah,
there's
yeah,
no googly eyes. There's no if I say it, that's what it is. If I don't say nothing, then boom, boom. If I'm like, yo, be quiet, da da da, you be. But if we joking, it's like a balance in there. We can have fun. So I kind of kept that throughout. So now that helps at the teenage years now, and because that's when they start trying you a lot,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Bro, I ain't heard of that. You having to
You-
catch yourself.
yeah, you start really, really getting tried in, and there's a bunch of other external factors. So they know if dad's saying something, dad like actually, they know they're gonna get the real. There's no, and I never really sugarcoated nothing. So
Yeah,
if you ask me something, I'm gonna tell you the real, or
yeah,
just whatever it is. So when you come to me with something, or they feel we've been blessed enough, our kids they come to us about almost anything.
yeah,
They 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 don't feel uncomfortable, or they don't feel like they have to hide, like especially like personal stuff. Especially
yeah,
how teenagers are, like
yeah,
they
yeah,
come
yeah,
talk to
yeah,
me, my wife, just different things like that. So I think it's helped in that style. I mean, in that way. But my style has always just been that's just dad. That's
yeah, yeah,
that's just dad.
yeah,
Like they know certain stuff that they anything active, anything kind of like fun or whatever. They'll ask me if they want to go.
yeah.
They want to go spend money and they want to go, go out to eat, do it. They gonna go ask.
Exactly. Hey,
But they learn how to game the system a little bit. But no, it's been good. I wouldn't have it no other way. Like you say, full time girl dad. But we're not trying for no boy. It's a wrap.
yeah,
It's a wrap.
he's like, it's done.
It's
It's
done.
done.
I'm 100% girl dad right here.
Well, I hope I want to have a fourth. So hopefully we have one. But if we have, I don't know, if we knocking at three in a row, it ain't
Yeah.
looking too pretty.
Well, see, I mean, all rip, we had two off pop. We had twins when we first started, so then we had the third one. It was like, yep, that's it.
Yeah, that's
We mess around, had a starting five out here, mess around, had twin girls again, and so even
no, man, that's crazy. Yeah,
not that it'd be
that's
bad,
wild.
it'd defeat the purpose. It's like, nah, we
Yeah, yeah.
good. Yeah, it's good. You put You got the little Fisher Price goal in the corner. You put the basketball in the hand, anything or
Yeah, she already on it. I have a like little goal inside of her bathtub. So it's
no?
like a little ball and she be
Yeah,
already putting it in there. She already pick up the basketball, throw it, shoot it, all that type of stuff. She ready. My wife don't want her to play ball though, but it's in her blood. So I don't know.
is,
She may not have a
is,
choice.
is it a
But
blood? Did your wife play sports growing up or no?
yeah, so funny. So my wife was a cheerleader growing
Okay.
up, and she also played flag football in high school.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not
So
yeah. So
she athletic.
yes, yeah. She
She
ain't got no
athletic.
choice then. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
nobody got no choice. She got to fire. She got. There's so many nicknames you can do with the name too. You know what
man,
I'm saying?
man, she got so it's so much, bro. She picking up the basketball, she kicking the basketball. Yeah, I got her on everything. When I be watching the NBA games, she be sitting on the couch. I be pointing out like, hey, this what's going on. So she already gonna be trained the right way. So if she
Yeah.
do decide, then she won't be able to be successful at it because of the tools at the house. Let's just say
No,
that.
definitely. I mean, I do think that helped too because our daughters are all athletes, and especially we
Yeah,
live in Vegas. Started out in Tennessee, but I think that helps with just everything.
yeah,
Keep them
yeah,
out of trouble. Helps them with developing different friend groups and managing different personalities. Like
yeah,
as you experience being like a CEO or being a manager. Handling those and then going through adversity. Just different things like
yeah.
it's stuff that you can't just teach by just telling them. So
Yeah,
sports kind of
100%.
simulate
It's
those
everything.
environments. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I give you everything. It give you so much from a leadership standpoint, from business, from work ethic, just life. Like playing sports is yeah, so much of a training ground for a lot of people. So definitely should definitely I think all my kids gonna at least experience in some level of
Yeah.
sport. Whatever they decide is gonna be up to them. But man, yeah, it's so much to learn from those things.
How'd you come up with the name? Where the name come from? Nova.
My wife, she had it since she was like 10 to 12 years old. Her and her best friend wrote down on a paper like, hey, when I have my first child, I'm gonna name her Kate. So our goddaughter's named Kate, her best friend's daughter. And my wife's like, hey, when I have mine, I'm naming her Nova. So at 12, she already
So,
had it, bro.
yeah, so you ain't had no
I ain't have to
input.
take
You were
no
just
credit.
like,
I'm just like, you right. Because when I have that boy, he's Robert Thomas the fourth. It's in stone. Ain't no
yeah,
changing or nothing.
no, it
So
ain't. You can't. We're not breaking the
uh
line now.
yeah. Nah, we got to keep it going. We got to keep it going. So yeah, she's had her whole life planned out. But yeah, she's had her name for years, decade
Nice.
plus.
Yeah, that's crazy. When the last time you hooped?
What's the day? Tuesday, Friday. So I
Oh, so
played.
so you still getting out regular?
Yeah, I got to. I
Yeah,
got to. It's the only thing that I mean. I try to stay fit, period. But if someone's saying they playing ball, like I'm getting up right away.
yeah,
So I play. There's like a men's group that plays here in Jacksonville. We play typically every Wednesday and Friday in the morning at 5:30. So that's when I usually play at least once a week, if not twice a week.
yeah. It's inside or outside?
It's inside.
Inside. Yeah. No, that ain't. Yeah, I'm about saying you hear 5:30, it's a men's group. It's gonna be. It
Yeah,
ain't
it's
gonna.
gonna be a man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you ain't gotta worry
I
about
can't.
nothing.
I still can't get none of my homies to come out. So I'm like, yeah,
No, yeah.
5:30 they ain't coming, bro. Unless it's in the afternoon, maybe after 8 they'll come. But yeah, it's just a group of men that usually everybody there at work, but trying to
Mm.
get in before the work day. So it's like a small group of us that get together and play. So
Is it
it's
good
good. Plus,
comp
like
or is it
everybody
just
get
something
in
you get
shape.
cardio?
It's something to get cardio for
Yeah,
sure.
okay.
It's just something to get cardio for sure.
Nice way of putting it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's something to get some cardio in, man. Make sure the body right. Put up a few shots and try and beat somebody else. That's about it.
No, man. I want to say because I mean, for me growing up in Jacksonville, in Florida, um, we always, it was what EWC at the time or Ed Waters.
Yeah,
Well, what is it now? It's
yeah,
university right now. Like,
yeah. It's EWU now. Yeah,
yeah, EWU. It was always EWC, Ed Waters College. But I knew people that went, but I never known anybody that like played a sport or actually like graduated from there. So you like the first person that I known that like just went through the whole
no,
like the cycle, or just finished it
yeah.
out. So like how was that? Like was it? because I mean I'm like right smack dab in the hood, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right out the
yeah.
street, like because where'd you come? You didn't grow up in Jacksonville. Where'd you come from?
Orlando. I grew up in
Orlando,
Orlando.
yeah. So
Yeah.
was it like a culture shock, or like was it you kind of knew what to expect when you came in?
No, I mean it wasn't necessarily a culture shock. Growing up in low income neighborhoods back home in
Yeah,
Orlando, and everybody got their own hoods and neighborhoods, so it wasn't necessarily a culture shock from that standpoint. I think it was a culture shock as far as probably being um, first experiencing an HBCU or historically black college
yeah.
and university and understand kind of what that looks like because my 10th and 11th grade year, I actually didn't stay at home. So I had experience of not staying at home. I was playing for a national program called Liberty Christian Prep, which is where Taco Fall played at
Okay,
my
yeah,
sophomore year. So Taco Fall was my teammate, and if those who don't know, he was the tallest
yeah,
basketball player at the time. So he was 7'6". So we had a very national program. It was good, but I stayed like an hour away with they call them host families, which are families that basically take basketball players in to actually go to the school. And so I stayed away from my parents like for those 2 years. So I was used to kind of being away from home.
yeah.
So that really wasn't necessarily a big deal for me. But going to a HBCU, there's an experience that you can't really describe in a whole bunch of words. It's something that you got to experience and you got to go to.
You got
And
to.
so, yeah, man, going that first year, it was interesting. I like to be, um, I like to be more aware of my surroundings before
Mhm.
I involve myself in them. So like my first year, and plus I was dating she was my girlfriend and I was dating my wife at the time. I was kind of just locked in. It was
So
school.
she came
It
from
was,
Orlando too, or you met her at
yeah.
your first
So
year?
no, I met her when I was like almost five, like around 5 years old. So I met
Yeah,
her my
yeah,
whole,
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
know.
Y'all been locking stuff for a minute.
Yeah, I had my eye on her for a minute. Yeah, so I've known of her since I've been like five. But we dated up until like freshman year of high school. I mean college. She went to FAMU. Um, Long distance relationship wasn't
Yeah,
looking too
yeah,
pretty.
yeah, yeah. And you talking both of y'all at two HBCU?
Yeah, so it was we had a lot of immaturity and stuff. So we broke up, and then right when I graduated, we ended up getting back together. Next thing I know, a year after that, we got married, had a baby, and all that fun stuff. So
Yeah,
but yeah, bro, HBCU experience was great. I wouldn't change it for the world. I think going to Edward Waters College, it was really excited to see a community of, I think, people that looked like me that were hungry after, something different outside of what maybe our environments may have
yeah,
produced. So it was really good. Plus, I went to Edward Waters College, which is Nat Glover was the president, and then President Faison, who's the president now, came in my sophomore year. But it was so much of a community back then. Like, although we didn't have all the fancy stuff that these kids got now and university stuff, it was a very tight knit community where people could come and be themselves and also really learn and grow alongside each other. So my experience at Edel was lit, especially
that's dope.
basketball games. Everybody's basketball games, football games, all that is like their own little separate event slash
Yeah,
party slash entity that comes with it. So man, it was fun. It was definitely fun.
no, that's what's up. I guess with it being like you said, like small knit. And what you major in? What did you major in?
My major is business management, and I had a minor in computer information systems.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, it's like with that small knit, when you're an athlete plus a good student, like
Mm.
they look out for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Regardless of the school, I mean they look out for you. Like it's just
yeah,
like an innate people. You get preferential treatment. Just you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like I don't know if you
yeah,
experienced that, but like you know what I'm saying? You just kind of more opportunities, more doors just happen. Whether people made them happen or it just karma or just whatever it is. Like you get exposure to a lot more than just the average student. Just by the sheer fact that you actually trying. People see that you actually putting forth, and you just a good representative of the brand. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
like,
100%, 100%. Yeah, that's huge. And then so my senior year, I was Mr. Edward Waters College. And so that
oh, nice.
basically tied into exactly what you were talking about, which is how do you well, first of all, we're student athletes, right? So we should be maintaining our grades and stuff while playing. But that was
Yeah.
something that was always
Quote, quote,
instilled in me.
air quote. You got an air
Yeah,
quote
quote on
down.
that
Yeah.
student, especially nowadays, NIL, you pay somebody right under the table to finish them courses. But anyway, what I was saying, student athlete is something that was at least instilled in me. And yeah, I think certain individuals, whether it's a company or leadership at the university, a lot of successful people played sports. So being that you are excellent in your sport career and you have the grades, those make for great leaders, great entrepreneurs, great employees that people can hire and different things like that. And they know that based on your reputation of sports in the classroom, they can ask of certain things of you and that you would, carry those things with a certain level of integrity and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, it was definitely something that was great. Me being a basketball player and starting 4 years of my career and Mr. Waters, I mean, I knew the president down to the janitor to the cafeteria lady to we know everybody, especially being at such a small school. So it definitely created that family, I think, environment that was home away from home kind of thing.
Do you still go back or like do any talks at the business program or homecomings or do anything like that? Or
It's been a minute. I usually do. I've been back to a few different classrooms to kind of speak. I've talked to incoming freshmen before, mainly around like what does it mean to have a career in AI and how to basically how to set yourself apart and a little bit about my background and story of how I even got into the AI industry. So I do that from time to time, not as much as I probably want to, but I have done it a few times.
yeah, no, that's what, who's Ed Waters' biggest rival? Like what's like the school or like the enemy?
Florida Memorial. So FMU down in Miami.
Oh, okay.
Florida Memorial. Who? Yeah, probably yeah. Florida Memorial. That's the biggest rival. Like, every Florida Memorial game we had at Edward Waters, it was like people were standing on the sideline.
Yeah, yeah. That's
That's how
Duval
packed
versus
it was.
Dade County, you know,
Yeah,
like
Duval versus Dade, man. It get real shiesty in them games, man. But yeah, Florida Memorial, man. I think my senior year, I don't know if we played them because we were moving to Division 2. Maybe we did play them. I wonder what our record was when I played at Edward Waters. That's a good question of how many
I
times
bet
we
the
beat
after
them.
parties was lit though. I mean, them was
Oh
probably
yeah,
crazy. Yeah. At the Florida Memorial, I mean, that's like FAMU and Bethune Cookman game. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's just like,
Hey, win, lose, or draw. If you
yeah,
well, first of all, if you lose, you shouldn't be going.
yeah, you
You
ain't.
shouldn't be going out nowhere. But yeah, win, lose, or draw. A promoter's gonna take advantage of that. So definitely Miami, Dade and Duval, definitely colliding together. That create some interesting events.
Yeah, no, definitely. You said so Ed Waters D2 now?
Yeah, they NCAA Division 2 now. All sports, and they've increased since I've been there. I think they've bought on like 5 extra sports
Oh, really?
teams.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so they expanded.
I'm about to say because I know when I was in Jacksonville, I mean, shoot, I mean it was shoot, damn, about 2005, 2006. You know, yeah, it was just a block. You know,
Yeah.
it was one block. It was like
Yeah.
across the street with the football field with like the business building, and then across
Yeah.
that street it was like the dorms with another admin building. That pretty much was it. You know,
Yeah.
so I think it was NAI then. Yeah, then that's crazy that they progressed. You know, I mean that's good to see too, though. You know, having
Yeah.
a D2 school
Yeah.
along with like JU, UNF, all the different schools that's in Jacksonville.
Yeah. It's massive, man. They got a master's program. Again, they're a university now. Again, like I said, I think they brought on like 5 extra sports like soccer, men's and women. They brought on golf.
Yeah,
And they doing some other stuff, but President Faison definitely has a vision to really you know um accelerate that campus and making sure that is a staple for at least Florida HBCUs, because Edward Waters is the first HBCU in Florida in 1866. So
yeah,
been around obviously for some time, but he's trying to ensure that that legacy continues on in a way that is being held to a higher standard. So
Yeah.
it's definitely, if you drive, whenever you come back, I don't know if you come, if you drive, like I literally haven't been there in a couple months and it's already new stuff. So if you drive by there now, you'll be like, man, this is
Oh yeah, I probably
like,
wouldn't even know where I was at.
you now when you drive in, bro, you actually know you're driving into Edward Waters. Like before,
Oh.
you just driving and you like, wow, like bro, but
Yeah,
now when you
no,
drive
definitely.
in that street, it has like it's a brick thing. It says like you're welcome to like Edward Waters University. There's like gates around the actual like campus,
Oh dang, yeah,
area and
it
stuff. So
wasn't
it's
none of
more
that.
like, yeah, I already,
It was open field.
yeah, 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 it was pretty much like that too in 17. Just open field, you walk up, you can do, you don't even know where you at. You're like, oh, that's the
Yeah,
school
you
right
thought
there.
you was at another apartment, but you on the college
Exactly.
campus.
Exactly. Exactly, man. It's yeah, but it's definitely grown. Jacksonville has grown, period.
Oh man, I
Since
mean,
that.
yeah, I
It's
mean, it seems like
crazy.
everywhere growing, but Jacksonville is definitely one of those spots because it got so much land, it got so much potentials right on the water.
Yeah.
They trying to be
Yeah.
the banking mecca of the world or something. I know they,
Yeah.
so it's a lot of potential going on out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Excited to see what what the future holds. Is growing. Is it's a tech city as well, as much people don't claim it as that, but tons of tech startups, tech companies, tech people are here,
Yeah.
especially down in Nocatee. So yeah, man, it's a exciting time to be here and invest in this space.
Well, that's because for years Jacksonville wanted to just stay Jacksonville. They didn't want to bring
Yeah.
too much outside noise out all the day. They wanted to be their own little corner of Florida and
Yeah.
let us do it the way we always done it. Type,
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's, it's progressing a lot, especially since I've been gone. You can see, but for years they fought it for the longest time. They ain't like, man, we don't
Yeah.
want nothing new. No, don't.
Yeah.
They
What
was
what
fighting strong.
how often do you come back? Do you still have family that's in Jacksonville? I
Oh yeah, I
assume.
still got family.
Yeah,
I
family.
was
Yeah.
actually the last time I was there was in February for my sister's funeral. I came
Okay.
down.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh no, I appreciate it. So I came down then, but I mean, normally anytime I come down, there's always something bad. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't necessarily
Yeah.
just be coming like, oh, I'm about to come
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving or nothing. It's because I'm coming frequently for something like funeral, somebody in the hospital, somebody sick. It's like, man, so it's just always it's just one of those things. It's like, man, I associate it with, negativity in a sense. Not necessarily like,
Yeah.
but it just so I kind of just stay away from it. Then just kind of growing up when you get out, it's like, man, I made it out, man. I ain't going
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
not
Yeah.
necessarily like because I don't know any of the new stuff. I don't know any of the good thing, like everything I know is
Yeah.
like family and north side, out east type,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
so I mean, it's just one of those things that I try to just if I go to Florida, I'm on the outskirts or something. Or I come. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we did, especially when we was at AI Squared. Our company we had before, we ran like a lot of events out of Florida, Jacksonville, just to kind of
Yeah.
give back. So we
Yeah.
we'll donate to some like the children's behavior programs. We get like a lot of internships, like kids give them internships from like disadvantaged, underprivileged areas,
Yeah. Yeah.
and just put on events. So I would come down for those, but it was you get in, get out, come down,
Yeah. You in and
get out.
out. Yeah. You in and out.
Yeah, and
You like
I'm
the
out the
boatway
next morning.
club.
It
You
might be
in
the
and out.
same
Make
night,
ten plays and go.
But no, next time I come, we gonna have to hoop. You got to make sure there's a hoop session going on. 'Cause
Yeah. Definitely, bro. Definitely.
I,
Definitely.
I got one good hoop every 2 years in me.
It's like, hey, one Google every 2 years.
Hey, no, I get
Having
because
them.
if I do it too much, I'm gonna be out there all the time, and then
Yeah.
the body ain't holding up like that no more. Well, at least my body ain't moving like my mind thing. In my head,
Yeah.
I'm doing all kind of different.
Body
Yeah,
moving in slow motion,
yeah.
man.
You're like, hold on, man. Then that's when you start calling phantom file calls and you start
Yeah.
arguing with them.
Nah, bro, definitely. You'll definitely be good when again, the group is mostly older. I mean, some younger guys, but older. We got guys that's 60 that be running up and down and playing. So
Yeah,
you'll be more than in motion to come out.
yeah. No, that's funny. No, but I know you always been big on faith. And like, you're pretty open. You talk about that, even in some of the discussions that we've had. Like,
Mhm.
and this with you kind of merging and getting into like the technology space in a sense. How have you seen like, or have you seen any effects on from technology on like the religious space, or like from like faith, not necessarily yours, but like just in general, like overall, like
I mean, I think the biggest thing that is probably the most frightening or scarier thing that I have witnessed is at the end of the day, as it relates to, when you look at the Bible as it relates to idol worship is anything that you place before God or you pursue in front of God. And so right now, everybody is chasing what? AI.
yeah,
Everybody is chasing after the AI gold rush. I got to be the first one to get it. I got to go. And it's all, at the end of the day, people are chasing the idol of being the most successful in the industry of AI, but it's also creating, I think, a lot of pride in a lot of people. And it's also creating a lot of issues within how we actually interact with humans. Like,
yeah,
how could we say that we are for humanity and we are, at least this is my belief, that we are Christians, but we are implementing a technology that is probably not the best for humanity. I am not against AI in any regard. Obviously, I am in this space. Only thing I'm saying is we should have a biblical worldview for implementing this technology in a way that actually helps people do their job more efficiently versus just saying, hey, I'm going to cut all these people out of these different processes and things like that. So I think the biggest thing is people are idolizing the idea of AI or AGI or super intelligence, all these great
yeah,
things, but they're chasing that and they're losing sight of like we were all created to connect with one
yeah,
another. So I think that's the biggest thing that I see, and that is probably more challenging. But also people who aren't of Christian faith. There is like I've watched this podcast the other day from a Diary of a CEO.
yeah.
Man, who was he interviewing? I can't think of the guy he was interviewing, but basically the guy was basically saying that people don't know this, but there's actually worship groups that are out there that are like worshiping AI as a
Oh no,
technology.
I've seen some of them.
Yeah, I can't. Why am I missing the guy's name? I can't think of the guy's
Yeah, I'm not
name.
sure
But
about the podcast you're talking about, but I've seen like actual real people, like they're starting their own little cults or religions
yeah,
around,
just around
centered
it. And the
around
reason that
AI.
they're
Yeah.
able to do that is because they believe it. Anything that could be borderline above an actual human, people are going to idolize. So
Oh,
super
easily,
intelligence,
easily.
for you to be able to have an AI that is smarter than anybody, more connected to information than anybody, can answer things well above a human and sound very good,
Yeah,
they're going to create, kind of idols out of those things. So, anyways, I see that being the biggest challenge and tension as it relates to my faith and what I believe in and what is actually being done in the market. And I think yeah, it's a dark place that is going to further expand if we don't all start thinking about
yeah.
what are we doing with this technology and how it's supposed to impact us.
I mean, you mentioned like the like atheists and whatever. I mean, like when at the end of the day, when you look at like the people that are developing and running these companies and these technologies that actually impact the world, most of them come from that background. They don't
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
have that religious foundation. They don't have that that just whatever. Like any it don't even have to be religious, just any kind of like a faith based, or just any kind of like a higher power kind of. And some, I mean, not say that they're bad people, because a lot of, I mean, I know a lot of people that don't believe in anything that do
yeah,
more for humanity than the strongest devout Christians. So,
yeah,
not saying that's a
yeah.
neg, but to the point what you were saying, like a lot of most of the top companies and these top technologies are run by people that don't have that kind of framework internally.
Yeah, and I think too, the difference is what I've realized is if everybody's always kind of separated science and faith, which most of the people have a science and mathematical background that are successful in this technology space. And people either say like you're either a science or like you're a faith, but like I believe that those things actually converge together and the science actually proves that the faith is actually accurate. It's not like,
Yeah,
I'm not a very religious person. Like I have a relationship with Christ, and
Yeah,
I operate from that relationship. I'm not a religious rigid that you have to do this, do this. So
yeah. You're not standing
like
on the
even
street
people,
condemning people
yeah, like
with the
that's
sign.
not even really like who are you? Like what turns you into like the
Yeah,
judge, bro? Like, or oh, you have to wear this and look like that. You can't wear hats in the
yeah,
sanctuary. You can't do this. I'm like, bro, who died and made you
yeah. Like,
judge,
come on, like,
bro?
where did that
Even
come
like I had
from?
that's the thing, and it's like people who are like even like I have friends who are of different faiths, like Muslims and all these different things. It because I believe in Christ that doesn't give me the power. Religion makes you feel like, oh, I am this so devout person that
Yeah,
now I can just like, bro, what's talk about?
yeah,
Because if you're in
sure.
the workplace, no one want to hear that
Yeah,
anyway.
no, no.
So it's like very unrealistic. Anyways, I think people have in the past again divided the science and faith thing, and I think it has caused some of the divide and why people believe certain things. But yeah, to your point, I think yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's some wild times, especially when whenever the AGI come and quantum computing come, man. Like all that is going. There's people falling for ChatGPT, different the confirmation bias and stuff now. Like
Yeah.
just they just eat it up and don't question it, don't think, and it's making them. I seen something the other day. This one guy said that he was calling the NSA and all like the three letter agencies about how the world was about to end because of this, but because the conversation he had with your chat GPT, but then he put it in
Yeah.
Gemini, and Gemini was like, no, that's completely false.
Yeah.
So he was like, I wasted like
Bro.
6 months. I mean, I was like spending 10 hours a day formulating these different papers and questions and different like, but you never thought to just fact check or you never thought to
Yeah,
cross
like
reference.
what are you doing?
Just because, like you say, it articulates stuff so well and it gives you that confirmation bias. People just eat it up and they go off. So, when we get to the more it advance, it's gonna be some wild time.
Yeah, I hope I'm on the right end of it and steering people the right way. I mean, I think is at the end of the day, AI is very similar. I mean, in the Bible it says you cannot serve God and money. He didn't say technology, but I try to put the lens of money and AI in the same vein, and the fact that it is just a tool for us to steward over to help
Yeah.
make life easier for us. We aren't supposed to worship it, but I think also people are so used to mediocrity, like just being mediocre and like average that like now they have something that this is
Yeah.
gonna make me be great without least
Because
amount of effort. It's like,
it's
bro,
comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
it
The
does not work
mediocrity.
like that.
Yeah.
That's like me saying, oh, after you and Ben, your co-founder, started AI Squared, y'all raised this money, y'all did great things with AI Squared and took it wherever as far as y'all wanted to take it. Now I'm gonna start my own company. I'm gonna use AI. I'm gonna use AI to do all the work, and I'm going to sleep, and I'm not going to go pitch. I'm gonna have my AI do me like that is foolish. Like for people who's done the work, like it is foolish. The only people who are going to be successful is AI, like people like you who've done all the hard work and know where to basically, bring AI in to help you with those things. But just to say, oh, I got an AI can do it, is like, bro, you're gonna be in a rude awakening talking to
Man.
some real people.
And people don't understand it's a tool. It's a tool. It's just it's like me giving even my 14-year-old, my teenage daughter, it's like me giving them a power saw and it's just all kind of tools. Like
Yeah,
they ain't gonna know what to do with it.
yeah,
They mess around,
yeah,
cut their hands off. Mess
yeah,
around.
yeah,
Like I give it to like a seasoned construction man. He make some artwork. He been to build the building. Doing all these different things. So it's the same way. Like the
yeah,
AI, like you got it, but if you don't, you still got to know how to use it. You still got to know how to comprehend and interpret, and challenge it because it's even more dangerous than that power tool because it's messing with you psychologically and mentally because you
yeah,
you be walking around thinking you right, thinking you doing this. You like you say, you
yeah.
think I ain't about to do nothing. I might just let the AI do it, and you sitting around and that John just spent. And you hook it up to your bank account. They think it's about to go buy this and do that. you
Looking crazy at the end of the
you
day,
gonna be 2 weeks later. You gonna be out there in jail.
man,
You don't know what it's gonna do. These
man.
agents out here running road.
Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy that yeah, that's the time we're living in, and it's just the beginning. Like 10 years,
It's just
20 years from
yeah.
now, I
We ain't
can't
even
even
scratching the
imagine.
surface.
Like we talking about, we telling our, our when our grandparents in the 90s, 80s, whatever, to think that, oh yeah, you're gonna have a computer in your pocket. It's like, bro, to think about that now, like, duh. Like,
Yeah,
what you
like
mean?
and
Of
like,
course. Now it's like I'm curious of like what is the old thing that's gonna tell my age like 10, 20 years from now, like what is it? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
gonna
I
be
mean, you
interesting to
really
see
can't
what
even fathom it. Like, it's crazy. It's just like the internet. I mean, it's
yeah.
like what you mean? I can just type something in. I can
Yeah.
it take me all these different things, and like I can watch movies on demand without. I ain't got to wait till 7 o'clock for the. Like it's just
Man,
crazy.
what?
It's
It's
funny. My
insane,
kids,
bro.
they didn't even know what commercials was. Like I was like,
What?
I said, y'all keep skipping all the commercials, or I don't. It was something like that. It was like what? And then I had to realize that they're ads. They watch YouTube, it's
Yeah.
an ad. Like they're not used to sitting at TV, watching the TV and a commercial coming on because everything is
Yeah,
streaming.
yeah.
So
That's crazy.
so if you get like a commercial on a streaming network, it ain't nothing but an ad. You gotta wait for the ad to
Yeah, to finish. Yeah. No, that's wild, bro. Man, that's
So
crazy.
it was just simple stuff
That's
like that.
crazy. That's crazy.
It was like
Commercials,
commercial.
man.
I was like, man, my bad, an ad.
That's hilarious. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Man, it's so many. Yeah, it's gonna be so many things like that. Like we think about,
Yeah.
and we're gonna be like, what? I mean, almost like Blockbuster. You know what I'm saying? You know Blockbuster. You got
Nah.
Netflix, you got all these different, it's just, man, it's interesting times we're living in.
Yeah, like what you mean you had to go rent a DVD? A DVD? What is
Yeah,
that?
exactly. Exactly.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
crazy
bro.
because your daughter, I mean, my kids, they know what a like DVD CD is. I mean, they've seen it. Like even with the Xbox, you had, the first couple like PlayStation, you
Yeah,
had the disc. But
yeah.
like Nova, she ain't gonna know.
She ain't gonna know nothing.
She ain't gonna know
She ain't
none of
gonna
that.
know nothing. It's
She ain't gonna know
gone.
no MP3 player. She ain't gonna know none of that.
No iPod, MP3, no PS, no place. The first PlayStation,
No,
GameCube.
yeah,
She ain't gonna know none of that. All that's
no,
gone.
that's wild.
It's gonna be gone. That's funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But I mean, with all the technology we're talking about, like you moved up. I mean, you 27. You moved up pretty fast in your career. And like now you got working on your own thing. But just like even starting out, like what was what kind of like spearheaded that progression, like for you to kind of accelerate up the ranks? Was it just like a matter of timing? I mean, I know, of course, you put the work in.
Yeah,
The under the beneath surface of the iceberg. That a lot of people don't see.
yeah,
But
yeah,
like just to be, 27, like you moved up pretty quick with your last company,
yeah.
the different endeavors. Like, how was that, or what kind of what got you through that, or exposure to that?
Yeah, man. It was largely just based on faith. The Bible talks about your gift will make room for you, and that God just gave me ultimate favor, bro. I'm not a I literally joined. I was working originally at Bank of America because I wanted to work on Wall Street and I wanted to be like I always in love investing in the capital markets. I traded Forex and I traded, stock options while I was in college. And so I just wanted to continue to pursue that. And when the opportunity to NLP Logics came up, God, the Holy Spirit spoke to me and said, hey, like this is where you need to be. So I turned in all my stuff with Bank of America. I'm like, hey, this is not where I'm supposed to be. God has called me here. And
You told them that?
yeah, I said, yeah, this is not where I'm supposed to be. Guys
What they
called me
say?
somewhere else.
They're just like, all
They
right.
just said, turn it back in. I mean, it's like, I mean, I had only been there for a week. The only person that I talked to
Oh dang, it was
um,
early. You ain't
was
really.
yeah, it was like a week or two in, and the only person that I had a real conversation with was the person who actually put me on for the job because she was an Edward Waters alumni, and we had built a relationship. And I was like, hey, I don't want this to burn no bridge, but God is calling me somewhere else, and this isn't going to work for me. I hope this doesn't burn the bridge or our relationship, and I hope we can move forward. Which it didn't burn the bridge.
That's good.
So, anyways, turned it all back in, started working at NLP, did 3 months as an AI project management intern, where I absolutely hated that role. I love the company and the culture, but I was like, hey, I'm not a project manager, bro.
Yeah.
So after that 3 month stint, I was awarded the opportunity to basically take over the sales position because the salesperson had just left. And I went to the CEO. I'm like, hey, I just did these 3 months. You don't have a sales guy. Seems like that's a role that could be open for me. Obviously, my experience and that I don't have a ton of it, but would you be open to, giving me an opportunity, giving me a chance at that? And he did. And, just took it day by day. And again, God just gave me favor in that room. Even the stuff that you see on my LinkedIn, as far as how did you do that so quickly? It's like, yeah, I did provide some results, but God just literally kept
Yeah.
opening the door and I kept just walking and he kept just giving me favor in that company, giving me more responsibilities, and that grew into building stronger relationships and that grew into something else. So it was really just, yeah, a testament to leaning on him and literally taking it day by day through that.
No, that's what's up. Speaking, like again, the whole I try to interview people that's like quote unquote doing too much, not in a negative way, but like just
Yeah.
we multifaceted individuals. We got a lot of things that we manage it on a day to day. A lot of people, some people struggle with it, some people do it fairly
Yeah.
easy, at least on the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
some of the stuff that we talk about may help them and all that. But you mentioned you still like trade stock options and stuff like that, or
Yeah, so I switched. I've actually switched over to futures just recently. So I still trade futures every now and then when I get around to it. But yeah, that's always going to be a passion.
yeah, that's what, yeah. So you
Like
actually
I'm
you charting and you doing all the charting and stuff, or you do more
I'm
kind
doing
of
all the charting. I'm a supply and demand trader, so I usually look for the areas where there's more aggressive buyers and sellers, and I trade based off those like demands on supply and demand zone. So I keep it very simple. But yeah, I'm charting and everything, and
yeah.
I have my own strategy. I try to keep it again very simple. I have a few strategies that I usually trade off of, but yeah, love it.
No, that's what's up. Yeah, I dabble into it a lot, but it's more so in the I do more like longer term swing trade, especially in like in the crypto space. But
Yeah, yeah,
I like scalping options. I think it's more so just fun than anything. Like
yeah,
scalping, it's kind of like low risk, but kind of you get it comes from it's a smaller iterative process versus like if you
yeah,
taking leaps on options and like longer term stuff. But I just like the I don't know. I just like it's just like the feeling of it. But kind of my introduction to investing or like trading and investing was crypto. So that's just
yeah.
highly volatile.
Crazy,
So my
emotional.
nerves was all still. I've been in it since like 2018, 2017. So
Yeah,
I didn't seen some stuff. So it was like I get in the options and just like, oh, that's fine. It go down. Like, oh yeah, it ain't nothing.
yeah, yeah,
I get it
yeah.
back. So a lot of
Hey,
people
it's
can't
an
handle that.
emotional roller coaster,
Yeah, a
bro.
lot of people
You're
can't
gonna
handle
figure
that
out how
though.
emotional and secure you are when you are trading,
Yeah, no, you have to be
or
like,
not.
yeah, because sometimes I might lose one. I'm like, yo, I might not trade for another month or two. I'm like,
Yeah, man.
let me focus on this company.
Yeah. Hey, bro, it'd be so. I'd be like, my wife, she be like, I depending on my mood, how I walk out of there, she know like, okay, this brother that had a bad trading day or a bad trading session, because
Yeah,
it will definitely do that to you and wear you out, bro. If you're not secure and stick to your strategy, and you're like, man, yeah, bro, it's an emotional roller coaster. It's a mirror though too, so it's
no,
like
it
a mirror
is.
to who you are.
It is.
It can get ugly real quick.
I remember one time I was up, then I was down. I swear. You know how it always is. As soon as you hit buy, everybody starts selling. As soon as you
Yeah,
sell, it start going. Yeah, everybody have like it's personal to everybody for some reason.
yeah.
Like one time I hit one of those and it was going down. I was like, man, I think I closed because I would be on Robinhood. I closed Robinhood. I went and downloaded Bet MGM DraftKings. I was like, I'm mad. Was go do some dollar parlays?
Hey, you gotta get that money back, bro. You be chasing after that money back. You be like, bro, I don't know who I gotta strangle, bro. I'm about to go strangle this next app, and I'm finna hit. I gotta hit some, bro.
I
That's
was like, I
hilarious,
got to get a win somewhere,
man.
even if it's $5. I just got to see some green, like that red be killing me. Like,
That's what gets you, bro. That's that hunger. That's every trade that I've lost. Well, most of the trades, me, where it's been periods of times where I haven't been successful trading, has all been emotional.
yeah,
It's nothing about the strategy. It's not the knowledge that I have. It has all been not having the emotional discipline to understand like FOMO. Oh, dang, this y'all just shot up. I gotta go catch it. I gotta
You
catch
got,
it. It's
you got
going. Like,
because when you enter, it's gonna go up a little bit more than I can exit. You know, you doing.
and you be coming with all type of scenarios, bro. And it be all things that you think is right, and you be hurt at the end,
But
bro.
I think the biggest thing is sometimes them must be right. It's,
Nah, for
so,
real, for
but I
real.
mean,
But
people
that's
have
like that's
strategies.
almost like stealing is wrong, but you ain't get caught them three
Yeah,
times, so I'm gonna hit it back and forth
I'm gonna hit
time.
it back. Right. Yeah, that joint get catch up, man. But no, I love it though. Like you say, like that's always gonna be there.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I think, but I wish more of us, people that look like us, do it.
Yeah,
I have been seeing the influx. I mean, I have at least on social media. I don't know if it's the algorithm just putting it on in front of
yeah,
in
yeah,
front of me,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I have been seeing like a lot of more like just black people in general, male, female, even young people like talking about investing and getting into space. Regardless of if they're actually doing it or they regurgitating what somebody else said, whatever it
yeah,
is, some of the stuff is legit. But like the people that I know, always be so skeptical. You know what I'm saying? We always so
yeah,
they're not used to losing nothing, or they have a fear of investing. I'm like, look, man, you talking about losing $200, $500, whatever it is, but you waste more than that on DoorDash fees. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like
Easy.
you
Yeah,
going out every
yeah,
weekend. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no kids, nothing. You going out every weekend. You wasting that at the bar, entry fees, coverage. Like all these different new
yeah,
fees every
yeah,
release. You know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah.
like,
Exactly.
it ain't that. At least you have. Even if you did lose, you can sell it and you still have something. The other stuff, you ain't gonna see none of it.
Yeah,
But
you ain't
you
gonna
got,
see.
but just kind of getting that logic and that mentality, and when you talk, I don't want to try to tell people to do with their money, but at the same time, just try to expose it. But we don't be listening, man.
Yeah.
We don't be trying to hear it.
It's hard head, man. It better figure it out soon, bro, because it's gonna be a time where you ain't gonna have the wealth gap
Oh, it's getting crazy.
is getting so crazy, bro. The wealth gap got so large that Elon Musk is considered the first trillionaire, and his gap between him and Jeff Bezos
Yeah, second.
is massive. And if they playing at that time scale, what you think?
But you see what they
Like, what you
said?
think?
They said like the average American or average person is closer to Jeff Bezos at
Yeah,
two
then he
than
is.
Jeff
Yeah,
Bezos is to Elon at one.
that's
That's
insane,
crazy. So
Brad.
so
That
me
is,
and you right now is closer to Jeff Bezos than Jeff Bezos is to Elon
yeah.
or whoever else.
That's
Like that's some wild stuff. Like, I mean, and I just saw SpaceX just bought a company for 60 billion.
Cursor, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, Cursor, yeah.
Cursor, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw
So
that
I mean,
earlier.
you gotta think. So like all these companies are recycling the money within each other. So
Yeah.
you talking about that wealth gap. If you're not getting it in some kind of way, it ain't doing nothing but gonna just keep
But
and
it's also too like, yeah, I think the biggest thing too is we need to have people of color who are actually in higher finance. By higher
yeah.
finance, I mean private money, PE, VC, hedge funds, real estate funds, crypto funds. Like this is where all the wealth is created. And like these are terms that we as a people have never heard before.
Yeah, never.
Even if you're a corporate person at a different company, they still I have countless people who never heard of those things or at least know how they work. And so it's
No,
like, man, we're gonna be forever behind the eight ball until we get into how the private money is actually made. Because by the time you trade it, bruh, everybody done made their cheese.
everybody.
But
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, just with like the SpaceX IPO just happened. Like, there was like a
yeah,
thousand people just turned into millionaires. Like cafeteria
yeah,
workers and janitors. It was like, but that come from stock options. Like, our people don't
yeah,
even know what stock options is. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like
yeah,
RSUs. Like all those different things. Just equity in general. Like, we don't understand equity. Like,
yeah.
and part of it is like you said, we don't have the people out there in high enough places to actual help divvy it out, but then the people to educate individuals, but then it's like the people not receptive either.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like you can
That's
lead a
true.
horse to water, you can't make them drink it. Make it drink. So it's like, damn,
Yeah.
man, we got
The people, I feel like the people that has to be receptive though is the people that actually have money though,
yeah,
because they get it. If you're, I'm not saying you got to be a millionaire, but if you're enough to qualify for an angel investor, which means you have access to what, maybe $10,000 to $50,000 to write
yeah.
checks to start. Like, I think those are people. Maybe we could start with those, educating those, and helping them understand things, and we'll get to the people who do have money. But if you have a certain amount of money you are investing, like right now, I think this is the perfect time for alternative investments, which is things that are outside of, oh, let me buy this house, and this is gonna
Yeah.
be a rental for 30 years. I'm like, bro, that time is gone. Like, bro, that's not a strategy that I could even adopt right now.
No,
Like
I mean, between
at my
interest rates,
age,
between the
like
market, but the market, like supply and demand, like just
exactly. It's crazy. We got to
it's
figure
so
out different
saturated with the
ways.
banks buying up there.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we got to figure out different ways to invest. And I think getting into those private markets that's how everybody else makes big dollars. That
Yeah.
changes the economy for different things. So
That's the real way, what you was talking about, the complaints. I'm about to build this AI and let it do this. That is that way. Like you get into the private, you invest in, you do some research, you invest in those companies, and they doing all the work. When they blow up, your
yeah,
portfolio
you
blow
just
up.
investing.
Yeah,
It's just like all those companies that what do they do? What do all these successful millionaires and billionaires do after they sell their company? They go start an investment fund. Either
that's
they're
it.
buying and selling companies, they're starting a PE fund, maybe they're a VC fund. It's like they know that they cannot scale their dollar without doing this
Without
thing.
doing that. Yeah. And at
Like
that point, you're not really doing anything. All you doing is just
exactly,
you making gut decisions. You're like,
man.
that one looks good.
Exactly.
Because you can
Yeah,
do
he's
it
like,
at that
nah,
point.
nah, squeeze
Yeah,
that
nah.
did not. Hey, the slideshow. Nah, that's
Yeah, that's crazy. No, so that's what you currently working on, man. What you like currently working on, and how do you see that impacting or kind of shaping your next 3 to 5 years?
yeah, man. So from an AI standpoint, I left NLP Logics to pursue my own AI kind of services company, really primarily focused on helping small to medium sized businesses and implement this technology in a way that helps them scale and actually get the leverage that they need, like the enterprise companies have. But also, the biggest thing is also to release the mindset of fear that they have
Yeah,
around the future and this AI and this technology. Everybody, a lot of people that are medium-sized businesses are very fearful of the future because they don't really know how to actually get to the point where AI can be successful for their business. So that's what we focus on integrating. We It's from a technology standpoint. People usually don't really care. I mean, we build agents, we build AI systems, like we build a lot of different things. But ideally, what we are trying to do is we're trying to help them to basically increase their revenue per employee by implementing these technologies for them
yeah,
using AI. And so, as far as what we're working on right now, we have a product that's kind of in that we're trying to productize and put into beta for the marine manufacturing space. So, one of our customers has access to basically build them an AI inventory communication platform that connects their sales team, connects the inventory team and the production team so that they can understand in real time what are the production updates and delays, so that they could start, producing their products on time, which is boats. These are high-end fishing boats. So they
yeah,
do roughly 50 to 60 high-end boats a year. Companies probably at 25 to 30 million, but they've been around for a decade plus. So a nice size, it can be a mid-stage company depending on how you define the revenue. But hopefully we could take what we're building for them and productize that and sell it to other marine manufacturing companies. I have a meeting in a couple of weeks with a guy that builds custom vans, RV vans.
yeah,
So he's like, hey, if that works for this company, it's probably can help for me. So we're still trying to figure out what the few, maybe it'll be 3 or 4 industries we target with this product, but trying to figure out how to go to market with that is kind of where we're at. Hopefully, this is a product. Again, I think we want to be able to help the people who's usually more skilled with their hands
Yeah.
and really making sure that they could leverage the AI that helps them do their job more efficiently. We're not expecting them to be, developers or anything. We want to be able to educate them and allow them to use the technology that helps them build boats faster and more efficiently. So that's kind of where we're at and what we're working on from an AI standpoint.
Now that's why you moved up so fast in sales. Well, you had that pitch on deck. Like that boy was just that boy was ready with it. Man. That boy was smooth.
Hey, you gotta be quick on your feet, man. You be having so
That
many
boy
people
had me
asking you questions.
had me looking at him and say, "Damn, who I know in Marine time? Shit, I mean, I might need. I might. Do I need this too myself?"
Hey, tell them.
No, but so when you started it, like, were you building the stuff yourself, or did you brought on a team, or like how was that whole dynamic? I mean, because I know.
Yeah, so I always had somebody that I outsourced the development work
Oh,
to.
yeah,
So I have a few developers that I work with. I have one that I worked with more strongly than others,
yeah,
but I have a few others on the bench that I basically defer, divvy work out to. I am skilled still, like obviously like using like Cloud Code and ChatGPT and all the, the AI tools out there. But I learned early on, obviously, my best skill set ain't to be developing software. I rather not make as much money marginally on like certain projects than for me to be wasting my time on something that
yeah.
I'm not necessarily great at. Could I become great at it? Sure, but that's not really my thing. So I've always outsourced the development to other people who are, passionate and very skilled, having, God given talent at those specific things.
No, that
Um,
makes sense. I mean, that's
um,
that's that's just how you got to do it, really.
yeah, yeah.
But especially as a founder, CEO, and say your job is to sell, sell, sell. Like
Yeah,
you can't be,
yeah,
you can't be in front of the screen all day trying to debug and build this and implement these different features and stuff.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. So yeah, no, we can start wrapping up. I'm got the last three questions that we can dive into, and then
okay, let's do it.
um so so for you, like what is ultimate success and fulfillment to you, like right now?
I mean, I think that's kind of a loaded question. I think ultimate fulfillment for me, our mission is we want to build AI
Well,
product
no, 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 no. For
systems.
you, like just personal,
Oh,
like
you're saying like
personal
for me
level.
personally?
Yeah, like a lot of times, I mean, the goalpost may
Mm.
move, from what was.
I mean, yeah, man. I think for me personally, I want to be someone that is totally submitted and surrendered to God, that I hear and do what He has called me to do. I think for me personally, I'm more big on impact. And even with my company, I'm also trying to do things very, very differently than I've ever experienced. I'm trying to have a faith first, kingdom minded company. Not saying we're going to blast the Bible over our mission statement, all those different things. But I want to take success for me is being able to take a biblical worldview or biblical principles and apply them to a business that could be a startup that can go raise money, that can go and have investors that are understanding of our mission, and also is more focused on impact versus like, oh, I'm going to raise this and be so culturally successful and be a millionaire and billionaire. I think I'm kind of past those things. I think for me, if success looks like me doing what God has called me to do in AI and having a business that is my form of ministry where I can impact leaders, grow leaders, and develop people, but also that I can build a strong relationship with customers that they also feel that impact. And if we do those things successfully, that should flow back to a mission for our company. One of the things I'm passionate about is so I'm a lead mentor in the juvenile system here in Northeast Florida. So if you've seen them on the news, I've mentored them in the past 2 or 3 years. If they murder, robbery, any of those things. I've mentored those boys. Some of them are in gangs, some are not. And so I think for me, God has probably called me to help with that specifically in Northeast Florida.
Yeah,
So a good portion of my funds, even today, will be saved into, kind of like a donation fund, if you will. And when God releases the vision for me to help out with that, that will funnel back to that. So I think me, success is like going after that mission, ensuring that I am having an impact not only on the AI industry from a biblical worldview, but also having an impact on these boys who are been put in environments where they believe that them being a part of a gang or picking up a gun or robbing people or those things that's the only way. I'm here to kind of combat that for them. So hopefully, I'm successful in impacting not only the AI industry but also impacting
Yeah.
those boys. And being a present father and husband is, obviously top of mind for
Oh
those.
yeah, got to. How long you been doing the mentorship or kind of like the
I've
speaking?
been doing that for 3 years.
3 years, nice.
Yeah, I've been doing that for 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Good. All right, next question. What book, movie, documentary, any kind of form of media that has like recently changed the way you look at the world or just life
Mm.
in general?
Um, I would say there's two books. Podcasts. I love.
Well, podcast will work too, because I mean that falls under like the form of media.
I would say I'm more of a book person. Um, if I had to say, I'll give you two books and then maybe a podcast. So for the podcast, Diary of a CEO,
Mhm.
Steve Bartlett, the people that he have on his show really love his podcast. They have it goes from faith all the way down to AI and
Yeah.
technology and what we need to be aware of for the future. If you want to know anything about anything, he does a great job of going deep on his podcast. So I encourage people to watch that. And then as far as books that changed my worldview, or has changed, impacted me dramatically, I would say one of them is called it is called Emotional Healthy Spirituality.
Hmm.
And the whole premise of the book is we can't become spiritually mature while remaining emotionally immature. So that has changed me because emotional intelligence isn't usually talked about, but in sales and leadership and raising money, talking to investors and all that, bruh,
Just,
it
just
is
just
the
relationships in general, like
emo- bro, it's just so it's a roller coaster of all
yeah,
these different things. And I'm like, bruh, how could I like get my emotions in check when someone says your company is a failure or you're not gonna be
yeah,
successful at this or investors keep, giving you the runaround. You can't do this, you're not gonna do that. Or your pitch deck wasn't, you're gonna have these type of feedback. So being emotionally mature of who you are helps with that. And then as far as any the second thing I would say, since I gave you kind of a spiritual one, the second one is probably reading Traction and understanding the EOS Entrepreneur Operating System,
mhm.
and basically implementing the things that it teaches has helped me from I think a biblical a business standpoint to understand how to run a business efficiently and effectively at scale. So I would say those would be the two main ones.
You you a hard copy book or you do like the audibles or like
I'm hard copy. I need
hard
to
copy?
I need to sit down and
Yeah. Gotta sit down, feel the
I
pages,
try
flip
to do
the
Audible every now and then, but yeah, my daughter be running all over the place, and my mind it be playing, but I can't listen. So
pages.
I don't know. I do listen to Audible every now and then, but I'm more of if I had to choose, it'd be hard copy.
Hard copy? No, that's good. Cool. Cool. And then the last one, what like belief, faith, societal norm, or just like a viewpoint that you had before that you currently reworking or questioning, or you kind of like changed in recent view of like how you see something or how you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is probably understanding, really from a religious standpoint, which is Jesus preached about a kingdom, not necessarily a religion.
Mm,
And I grew up believing that Christianity is a religion. You do these things or you be a good person. You do these. I knew that you being a good person has nothing to do with you going to heaven, but religion has you do these things. It makes you feel like you're worthy of actually, receiving salvation. And those things are absolute. Well, salvation is a gift. You being a good person has nothing to do with you going to to heaven. Not no. Should you be a good person? Yes, I'm not saying that, but understanding that salvation is a gift from God that was sent through Jesus is something important. But I think also just having this worldview that is more separation, which is based on like fear, based on like scarcity and control, which is what our culture teaches us, like or teaches all about self. I got to make a name for myself. Oh, I can go do this. I'm gonna be
yeah.
great. Or hey, do whatever your heart desires. Do whatever your heart tells you. It's like, bro, those things are all in conflict with the Bible, which is a connection worldview that's based on, oh, I do have enough, which is contentment, and also based on mystery and all these other things. Like it is all about promoting God and demoting you. You can't promote you and God
Yeah.
at the same time. So kind of really, I think re-challenging, probably challenging more of the beliefs that I thought I knew about as it relates to my relationship with God and even business. Like faith and business isn't separate for me. These are things that are tied together. So really understanding what that worldview is from a biblical standpoint for me is something that I'm reevaluating so that I could bring it into my business. And one key example I can tell you is, for example, from a marketing standpoint, usually in a startup world or in business period is, oh, we market for competition. We need to outdo them.
Yeah.
It's like, hold on. Like that's a scarcity mindset, bro. That you're now thinking that somehow it's not enough of something for my business.
Yeah.
And if God has called me to something specific, there is no such thing as scarcity. So like marketing should be from a position of calling, not from a position of like, oh, I gotta compete and rah rah
I'm
and
trying to
rush and do all
take
these
over
things.
from somebody
Yeah,
else.
yeah, I gotta take it from someone else. Or I gotta be better. I gotta talk down. And it's like there's nothing that they're going to do that has anything to do with me because I have favor from whatever God has called me to be or do. And so operating from that place is kind of how I'm trying to shift because I grew up as a performer, which is an athlete, and then I worked in sales. So is eat what you kill, is do work harder, and you're going to reap the benefit. And it's like that may not be what the Bible is actually
I mean,
saying.
I mean,
So
like even the athlete, you praying before games. Lord, let us go out here
yeah,
and
yeah,
destroy the competition to make it out
like
healthy.
like bro what like that's it doesn't your hard work at times does not necessarily achieve a greater outcome, right? So it's making sure that we are clear on who our identity is and what my identity is in Christ and then operating out of that. Like I heard a slogan today that performance is um is not for like an outcome, it is an expression. So my performance that I do, whether it's pitching or selling, like this is an expression
Yeah.
that I receive. That my identity is so secure in Christ that I can do all these great things. And how you receive that expression, you should feel some level of. I want people to feel some level of emotion of joy, at least when they're talking to me. Like there's no way I should be talking to somebody for 30 minutes. They don't crack one smile.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, but
Some
unless they're from a culture where business, they don't smile.
yeah.
But typically, even then, it's like at least a
They looking
chuckle
at
or
you
something.
stale face just
Yeah, just like some people have a culture where maybe they do that. So I understand that. But for the most part, I want people to experience some level of joy throughout because we only have usually 30, 45 minutes, maybe 60 minutes max. We're doing these meetings. So I was like, man, how could I be a light in that just that 60-minute time frame? While I'm with them, whether it's a business setting or not,
yeah.
right? How do we bring that into our business that has true impact? Because then I think that also helps you hire people that want to be also a part of that, whether they're Christians or believers or not. There is something about you and the clarity of your vision and mission. Whether you ever say it's God, you don't have to say any of that, that they feel attracted to. And if you can get those people on board, then they will I think work very hard for whatever that purpose and mission is as long as you can communicate it.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, I agree. I agree. Well, shoot, man, I appreciate you taking the time and hopping on, man. It's been good. Like I always say, I tell folks like we can chop it up anytime. We ain't got to be on the podcast or in the Zoom
Yeah,
or
yeah.
just doing it. So, we got a lot of similarities, and I always just like to keep good people, get people around. You know what I'm saying? So I consider you one of those, one of those type of person or type of people. So, but yeah, so don't we won't be strangers, but I mean, but for the purpose of this podcast, man, I appreciate just taking the time and coming on. I got it. It's on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple. So I'll share you the links with everything, and then I'll just hit you up and get some like contact so I can just tag it on there if you want that. If not,
Yeah.
keep it going.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. Reach out to me for that. But yeah, man, appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time to invite me and continuing, our relationship, after man, it's been what, 2 years? I think 2 years now.
Right,
So
three. I
thank you
think
for
three. Yeah.
yeah, 3, yeah, because re-event Yeah, this will be the third
Yeah,
year.
it'd be three. Yeah.
Man, that time goes by fast. Thank you for your willingness to be open to communicate and stay in touch with me throughout all the years and the busyness of your life. And again, always excited and always get a wealth of knowledge from the questions that I ask you, and you always come back with some things that definitely I need to be more intentional and think about. So appreciate you always being there and also giving me the space to talk on the podcast.
No, bro, appreciate it. All right, Rob, man, take it easy. Take care of that. Go check out what Nova doing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Peace.
All right, man. Take it.